I love the fact that you said about digging deep, because I think like the thing that hurts guys like Sean is when you get boosted so big and you become such a big kind of star. Like you said, you can't help but naturally feel that you're better than you are. I mean, that's just a normal instinct. And then when you finally do have to dig deep and, you have to have that gut check, you're not ready for it because maybe it didn't happen early enough in your career and you have so much on the line, and it kind of comes at a bigger shock maybe, or at a bigger price. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say? Do you think that's the case? Do you think maybe he was too big of a star before he was able to experience some of the cost of becoming a fighter, like that grit, the toughness, the grinding it out a little bit?
Yeah, he's inexperienced in that sense. With all due respect, like he really is inexperienced of competition. He can. I'm gonna go back to he can give the pain, but he can't take the pain. Right. So it has nothing with him being a star.
Right.
Because I also feel like his greatest attribute is him being confident. He actually believes in his own smoke, as you should. But it's different between when you get in there with somebody that could kick you, with somebody that's not going to shy away from you, that's somebody that's gonna put you through the deep waters. And how are you going to respond? A true champion is revealed by how you respond to adversity, and not so much like it's over with him. Like, he lost, he took the L, like he folded. He literally folded, man. I had the same exact shit happen to me with Demetrius Johnson and Marlon Moraes.
Okay, go ahead. No, I have such a good question that I'm going to ask you. And I think I'm going to ask you what you're going to go into. But I don't want to interrupt you. You're the champ. You're the Triple C.
You got it, Mike.
Dude, you're the Triple C. I can't interrupt you, bro. I'm just getting excited. So go ahead.
Fucking first 30 seconds of the fight, he hits me right behind the knee, Demetrius Johnson, that peroneal nerve. Jesus, man, the worst pain like you could ever feel. You could see my ankle, and my ankle twisted a lot harder than Sean O'Malley's, man. And you can tell like my foot was still falling asleep, and I couldn't really lift my foot. So what happens is, like, right behind your knee, like, you have the peroneal nerves, which is a nerve. Like, if you get it, you don't have to be hit there that hard, but when you're hit there, like, it numbs your whole foot and it sleeps your foot. So the first 30 seconds I get hit, my thing is like wobbling. I freaking twisted I literally sprained my ankle during the fight.
Yeah.
By the time the fight was over, my foot was a balloon.
Yeah. Yep.
It was swollen, but I knew this is the difference between me and Sean O'Malley. Is like I knew that round for me was over.
Yeah, and it's funny, you kind of answered what I was going to say. I mean, it's so funny. I wanted to get into this with you, and you led right into it. So I was preparing for the Chito Vera podcast, and not that he needs someone to tell him that he won that fight legitimately, and it wasn't like a rolled ankle and an injury, and it was some kind of fluke. But nonetheless, when I was watching the fight, I noticed that like what you were saying, like he had many missteps before he rolled the ankle, and so like I was looking at all these YouTube videos, what's available. And I'm trying to figure this out, and I came across Stanley MMA put a video on YouTube, and it was like a great breakdown. So shout out to Stanley MMA. I don't know who it is, but he did a great breakdown about getting kicked in the calf behind the knee. And he used you and multiple other fighters as an example, and it was in your fight against Demetrius about you got kicked in the back of the calf below your knee, and you also misstepped a few times. And then the same as Sean, he did the exact same thing. So my point was, I wanted to get your perspective on that, of how you dealt with it and overcame it, which you just answered, because Chito was causing that damage. It wasn't that he just rolled his ankle at the end and that was the end of the fight. I mean, he was hitting him there, and he was misstepping, and he was doing like what you just literally explained. That I don't know what it is, but something caused some kind of nerve damage when you get kicked in that spot behind the calf, and it causes your instability in your ankle. And then when you continue to get kicked there, that's what led to that ankle roll.
Yeah, and that little technique right there, Mike, is going to change the fucking sport, man. That little kick right there.